Hi friends, very good evening to all of you. I hope I am audible to all of you. Welcome to the weekly current affairs session where we discuss important current affairs for the entire week. Guys, the focus of these sessions is prelims oriented. So let's start our session. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take you to my screen. So I hope the screen is visible. Okay. In the comment box, you can give me a thumbs up if my screen is visible and my voice is audible to all of you guys. We have Amruta, we have Prajwal, we have Roxy, we have Sarisha. Good evening, everyone. Guys, can you hear me? Guys, give a thumbs up if you can hear me, guys, to the video. If you can hear me, give a thumbs up to the video. So guys, this week is very important. Lot of important developments are taking place, particularly because of the Iran war. Guys, the most important development this week is the economic impact of the Iran war. You know guys, because of the US and Israeli attack on Iran, what has happened is that Iran has retaliated the attacks by closing the Strait of Hormuz. Strait of Hormuz is one of the most important maritime choke points in the entire world. You know guys, Strait of Hormuz is the choke point through which around 20 to 25% of the entire crude oil of the world, okay, passes through. And when the Strait of Hormuz is closed, the Gulf region, particularly Saudi Arabia and the other countries of the GCC, which are very rich in crude oil and natural gas, they cannot export it to the world. And because of this, guys, you must have seen already the crude oil prices have touched $90, which is record high in the last 2 years. India being an importing country where 86% of our energy consumption is imported from outside, particularly guys, around 50% of our energy imports is coming from the Gulf region. And this Strait of Hormuz has really created a very difficult situation for India. Okay, so very first topic is the economic impact. Very first topic is the economic impact of the Iran war on India. What is the economic impact of Iran war on India? So according to recent report of Ministry of Finance monthly economic survey, guys, there are three important impacts. First is, guys, imported inflation. What is imported inflation? Inflation because of, okay, importing crude oil. Crude oil prices are rising sharply, so we are importing inflation. This term imported inflation is very important. Anything which we import, if the prices of those commodities are increasing, we are importing inflation. Inflation is a macroeconomic risk for the economy. The second impact is that the current account deficit is going to rise. Guys, according to some estimate, $1 increase in crude oil prices can lead to $1 billion current account deficit. Guys, although at present India's current account deficit is quite healthy, but it may suddenly rise because of the rise in the crude oil prices. And current account deficit, if it rises sharply, it is a macroeconomic risk for the Indian economy. The third and the most important impact of the Iran war is depreciation of Indian rupee. Guys, according to some experts, the rupee to dollar ratio can touch 100. It can touch 100. This is really a very difficult situation for us. These are the three most important economic impact of Iran war. Further, guys, you know that there are many industries which are dependent on imports from the Gulf countries. For example, many chemicals, many inputs of various industries, they come from the Gulf region, and because of the closing down of Strait of Hormuz, those supply chains are getting disrupted. According to some estimates, India's GDP can decline by one basis point, means from 7% the GDP growth can come to 6%. So these are some of the challenges. Yes, someone is saying LPG prices rise. Yes, LPG will rise, inflation will rise. Guys, first topic, guys, am I making myself clear? Am I able to convey the message? Are you able to understand the first topic, which is the economic impact of the Iran war? Okay, if you are able to understand the very first three most important impact of the Iran war on Indian economy, please do say yes in the comment box and do consider giving a thumbs up to the video. Guys, another negative impact on India, particularly on the economic side, is India exports basmati rice. You know, guys, basmati rice, the long rice, basmati rice, which we use it for biryani and all that, basmati rice. Okay, so you know the Gulf region is our export. India is the largest producer of basmati rice. India is the largest exporter of basmati rice. Basmati rice is a GI tagged rice. You know, most of the export of the basmati rice goes to Iran, Saudi Arabia and these countries. Okay, so basmati rice producers are getting impacted. So this is again a very important topic. Basmati rice, guys, basmati rice. Are you following, guys? Are you able to follow basmati rice? Okay. Which states produce basmati rice, guys? We have the Punjab, we have the Haryana, we have the Uttarakhand, Himachal. Okay, these are the basmati rice production in India. Even Pakistan also produces some kind of basmati rice. Okay, there was a debate between India and Pakistan about the basmati rice claim. Okay, so this basmati rice, guys, becoming a big concern. Basmati rice. Okay, so you know, guys, Iran, why Iran is so important for the world, guys? Iran is having the 5th largest oil producer in the world. Iran is the 5th largest oil producer in the world. It is the 3rd largest natural gas producer in the world. Imagine, guys, Iran is the 5th largest crude oil producer, the 3rd largest natural gas producer in the world. So hitting Iran or a war with Iran obviously will have an adverse impact for the crude oil prices and natural gas prices throughout the world. This is a very important fact which can be used to frame MCQs. What is in Iran's rank as far as crude oil and natural gas production? Okay, guys, there are various varieties of crude, such as the Brent crude. UPSC sometimes asking, what is West Texas Intermediate? What is Dubai crude? What is West Texas Intermediate? What is Brent crude? Brent crude is the North Sea crude. This is an important type. Bonny Light, Canadian Select. Okay, these are the names of crude oil. Guys, I hope you are able to follow this. Let us go to the next topic, guys. Next topic, you know, this US attack on Iran has been criticized by most of the experts because this is illegal strike. Guys, as per the UN Charter, no country is allowed to use force and attack a sovereign nation. There is a charter, Article 2, Clause 4. No country is allowed to use force. Only one condition is there, when you can use force against another member of the United Nations, and that condition is Article 51, which is right to self-defense. So these two articles of the UN Charter, Article 2 and Article 51, is really very important. I have a belief that UPSC may ask you what is UN Charter, what are the kind of features of UN Charter, when was it amended, what is the process to amend the UN Charter, which organizations implement the UN Charter. We have the United Nations Security Council. We have the United Nations Security Council. Guys, there is another law which is called Geneva Convention. Geneva Convention is about, guys, okay, war. Geneva Convention. So this is also very, very important because Israelis attacked a girl school in Minab province of Iran. So this Geneva Convention is again very, very important. Guys, you know, in the last of 3 years, there has been 3 big wars. One in the Ukraine, another in the Palestine, Gaza, and third we have the Iran war. So guys, in all these wars, international humanitarian law like the Geneva Convention and the Genocide Conventions are in news. You may expect questions around Geneva Convention. Further, you need to also prepare the Rome Statute and the International Criminal Court. Guys, International Criminal Court is an independent criminal court which is independent of United Nations, which has been established under the Rome Statute. Guys, basically this court is there to try those individuals which have committed, okay, crime against humanity. There are 2 principles of international law. One is the jus ad bellum, which is legality to resort war, and jus in bello. Jus in bello, which is how to conduct in the war. How to conduct in the war. Okay. First, legality to resort law is jus ad bellum and jus in bello. Jus ad bellum and jus in bello. Jus ad bellum and jus in bello. Okay. Next, guys, now we come to polity. Guys, in polity, we have census going on. Guys, you know, this census 2027 is going to be the 16th census. You know, the last census, which was supposed to be held in 2021, because of the COVID crisis, that census was postponed. And now we are conducting the census 2027. It is going to be the first fully digital census. It is going to be the first census after independent India where caste will be enumerated. Moving on, guys, sinking of Iranian ship in the Indian Ocean. Guys, there was an Iranian ship called IRIS Dina. IRIS Dina, which came to India for the Milan exercise. What is Milan exercise? This year, guys, UPSC may ask you, what is Milan exercise? Milan exercise is India's Navy flagship biennial, okay, naval exercise. Milan exercise can definitely be asked in the prelims examination. Milan, M-I-L-A-N. Milan means a kind of a friendship. Milan. Guys, now they may also ask you Raisina dialogue. Raisina dialogue was started in 2016 by the Observer Research Foundation in association with Ministry of External Affairs. Basically, it is a platform of discussion on geoeconomics and geopolitics. So Raisina dialogue is going on in India, and Iranian diplomats have come for the Raisina dialogue and they have raised concern regarding this war. Okay. So I hope you can go through this Raisina dialogue. Next, guys, coming to the Indian polity, guys, there is another topic privilege committee. Guys, you know, in the parliament, the MPs, they enjoy parliamentary privileges. What are parliamentary privileges? Guys, in order for the MP to conduct the functions which are entrusted upon him, it is very important that the MPs, okay, they must have some immunities. For example, the MPs, they have freedom of speech on the floor of parliament. These freedom of speech is absolute. Absolute in the sense that they do not come under Article 19. They are not completely absolute. Okay, there are some regulations regarding to the rule of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. However, the Article 19(2) restrictions which apply to the citizens do not apply to an MP speaking on the floor of the House. So in order to protect the privileges of the MPs and the parliamentary committees, there is a privilege committee. There is a privilege committee both in the Lok Sabha and in the Rajya Sabha. In the Lok Sabha, the privilege committee has 15 members, and in the Rajya Sabha, the privilege committee has 10 members. The chairman is generally nominated by the speaker or the chairman of the house. In the Rajya Sabha, the chairman will be the deputy speaker. The mandate of this committee is to protect the privileges of the house. Guys, you know, parliamentary privileges are part of Article 105 and we have the Article 194 for the state legislature. Moving on, guys, TAD. Guys, TAD is a very important topic. The Terminal High Altitude Area Defense. This is a missile defense system of America. Guys, THAAD system is one of the most important defense topic which you can expect in the UPSC Prelims examination. Guys, in this attack against Iran, THAAD missile system has been used. THAAD is an advanced ballistic missile defense system which is developed by Lockheed Martin in America. THAAD can intercept missiles both inside and outside the Earth atmosphere at the range of around 15 to 200 kilometers. THAAD is really very important. It is America's ballistic missile defense system. Guys, there are other missile defense system which is in news. Another is called Patriot. It is again America's missile defense system. Then we have the SM-3. Then we have the Arrow. Arrow missile system is of Israel. Then we have the David Sling. David Sling is Israel. Then we have the Iron Dome. Iron Dome is Israel. Then we have the Changong. It is South Korea. Bavar, it is Iran. Tor, it is Russia. Bavar is Iran. Bavar. Guys, Arrow is really very important. Israel. David Sling is very important. Israel. Arrow. Remember, Arrow, Israel. David Sling, Israel. Guys, are you able to follow the lecture? If you are able to follow the lecture, do let me know in the comment box. Guys, one announcement I want to make is that today we had our Geography Optima test. The response to the test was really awesome. Many of you praised the question formation, the type of questions, the kind of latest pattern which I am including in my tests. So if you have not taken the test, I would like to appeal every one of you to take the Geography Optima test. It has all the important topics for this year's prelims examination from the geography subject. Also, guys, today we conducted a CSAT webinar where we have taken the latest CSAT questions for practice. Next, Canada's uranium. Guys, India is basically trying to buy uranium from Canada. Guys, you know, India has an ambitious plan of 100 gigawatt of nuclear energy by 2047. But one of the roadblocks in India's nuclear ambition is India does not have sufficient uranium. India imports uranium from outside, and you know guys, there are few countries which have uranium. These countries are Australia, Kazakhstan and Canada. Australia, Kazakhstan and Canada. Australia, Kazakhstan and Canada. The largest reserves of uranium is in Australia, whereas Kazakhstan is the largest uranium producer. Kazakhstan is the largest uranium producer and Australia has the largest reserves of uranium. In India also guys, we do have some mining of uranium. These places are Jaduguda. It is in Jharkhand. Then Turamdi is in Jharkhand. Then Tummapalle is in Andhra. Tummapalle is in Andhra. Guys, India has a indigenous 3-stage nuclear program which is called the 3-stage nuclear program with 3 stages. It was developed by Homi Bhabha. He was a nuclear scientist who developed this 3-stage nuclear program with 3 stages. The first stage is for the natural uranium using the pressurized heavy water reactor. The second stage is fast breeder reactor, which produces more fuel than what it consumes. And the third and the ultimate stage is the stage where we use thorium reactors. Thorium based reactors. Guys, India has the largest thorium deposits in the world. But the problem is that thorium cannot be directly used in nuclear reactor as thorium is not fissile. So in order to make thorium fissile, we need plutonium. And that is produced in the second stage of the fast breeder reactor. I hope I'm making myself very clear. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. I'm highlighting the important aspects which can be asked in the prelims examination. Moving on guys, we have from environment, air pollution. Guys, 204 out of 238 cities in India, they have worst quality of air, particularly the PM 2.5. Guys, PM 2.5 is one of the most important pollutant which can go inside our lungs. PM 2.5 is a very dangerous pollutant. It is generally produced from power plant, vehicles, emission, industries, construction, biomass, etc. Guys, Ghaziabad has one of the most polluted airs. Then we have the National Ambient Air Standards Quality, legally prescribed limits for the air pollutants. Guys, the limit for PM 2.5 is around 40. And WHO limit is around, what is WHO limit? Around 5. You can see microgram. This is the WHO limit. WHO limit is 2.5 is how much? 5 microgram annually and 15 microgram 24 hours. Whereas Indian standard, which is the National Ambient Air Quality Standard, is 40 microgram per meter cube. Guys, this National Ambient Air Standard is very, very important. It is prescribed by CPCB and it has these pollutants, 12 pollutants. Which are these 12 pollutants? PM10, PM 2.5, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, ozone, carbon monoxide, lead, ammonia, benzene, pyrene, arsenic, nickel. Next guys, India's fertility rate. Geography topic guys, India's fertility rate is declining sharply. Guys. We have reached 2.1, which is the replacement level. But the problem is north-south divide. Southern Indias have low fertility, northern Indias have high fertility. Next guys, geography, coconut cultivation guys. This year's budget we have a coconut promotion scheme. This is really very important. India is the world's largest producer of coconut. India is the world's largest consumer of coconut. Guys, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu is coconut producer. Karnataka is one of the largest coconut producer in the India. We have a coconut development board under Ministry of Agriculture, which is statutory body. Karnataka is the largest producer, guys. Karnataka people. Next, guys, NAT test for blood transfusion in place of ELISA test. Guys, why NAT test is very important? NAT test now will be made mandatory. Right now it is not mandatory, but NAT test will be mandatory for blood transfusion. Guys, you know there are some diseases which needs blood transfusion, like thalassemia. Thalassemia needs blood transfusion. Guys, sometimes in the blood transfusion, you may get diseases which spreads through blood, like the hepatitis and the HIV. So there is a need for NAT test. NAT test is called nucleic acid test. Nucleic acid test, guys, it is a genetic test. It is a genetic test, and that is why it is very accurate. Guys, cancer, breast cancer, guys, breast cancer rising in India. Which gene is responsible for breast cancer? It is the BRCA1 and BRCA2. Breast cancer, guys, becoming very common in India. Breast cancer. Next, guys, Durand line. Durand line, guys, India. Pakistan and Afghanistan fighting on the Durand line. Pakistan and Afghanistan, Durand line. Durand line is very, very important, guys. Pakistan and Afghanistan fighting is happening. This can be asked, guys. Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, guys. Durand line. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Pakistan, Afghanistan, Durand line, very important. Next, guys, noise pollution. Guys, noise pollution is an air pollutant. Noise pollution is an air pollutant, Air Pollution Act. Okay. So, guys, right now, the noise pollution is 55 decibel in the day and 45 decibel in the night in the residential places, and 50 decibel in the daytime in the silent zone, and 40 decibel in the night. Okay, in industrial zone it is 75 decibel. Please go through this data. This is really very, very important. You can take note of it. So guys, I hope the session was useful. I tried to collect all important topics which I feel are important for the prelims examination from various subjects. We have taken the economy, we have taken international relations, we have taken science and tech, we have taken polity, we have taken geography. So from every subject, I tried to bring topics for you. I hope the session was useful to you. Please do consider sharing this session with your friends who are preparing for the civil services prelims examination. Guys, this is one channel which is dedicated for the prelims. It's a complete dedication for the prelims, guys. This is the only channel which is prelims dedicated channel. I have cracked prelims 6 out of 6 times. I can help you crack the prelims examination provided you follow all my initiatives religiously. With this, I would like to take your leave. Tomorrow we are starting with environment target. We are starting with the environment target. Please do follow the environment target for the UPSC prelims examination. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.